3, 2, 1,
to start off the new year, then with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On our sideline, David Aldridge. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at the Clippers. They're in the middle at 5th in the conference, looking to build in the wins as the season goes on.
I think the Clippers, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
Well, sometimes those teams that are on the edge can be the most dangerous. They play like they have something to prove.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The pairing up front, Johnson and Capella. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Reza Shea in at the 3 slot. And for the Clippers, Jones and Zubats make up the 4 and the 5. Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Powell in at the small forward. So Atlanta will get the first possession. What better way to start a new year than with NBA hoops. Craig, not feeling tired, are you? We got a long way to go here, partner.
Oh, I'm feeling good. Hopefully, these players can say the same. I'm sure many of them did stay up a wee bit past their bedtime last night. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Pass to Reza Shea. And Young kicks to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And last season, Jalen Johnson saw a huge leap in playing time and his production.
Yeah, look, he was one of the most improved players in this league. You know, came in as a great athlete, but then has really learned how to play the game, how to get to high percentage shots, how to get on the glass, and especially how to defend.
Yeah, his improvement has been off the charts.
Sure has.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that, but Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
And here is Dunn following the three-pointer by Trae Young.
Well, a nice start for them. 3 for 3 in the early going, getting into a rhythm.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, a bit ago, Teron Lue and I were able to chat. Now, I talked with him about the challenges of guarding someone like Trae Young. Coach said, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to be on him. I told our guys, no separation. Of course, this defense will have to be very aggressive. They hope to stop Trae. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Harden against Young. Here's Capella. Pass to Daniel. Now here's Johnson. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And it's Reza Shea missing.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Jones finds Dunn. Harden against Young. Harden gets the bucket.
And for Harden, finishing through contact is just part of the job description. He gets bodied up almost every time he takes it inside.
Now, here is Young. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for Derek Jones. Kevin Porter's checked in for Dunn. And Bones Highland subbed in for James Harden. Here's Bogdanovich. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Okongwu against Bamba. They get it back. A 3 from Bogdanovich. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Oh, he is so good from deep. Bogdan is even better shooting out of the corner.
A shot by Batum, no good. Here's Krejci. He nails it, and we're tied up. Batum with the ball. No good on the last second attempt there. Tie game in Los Angeles. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
You know, Stan, it seems like the Hawks have been close to taking that next step now for a couple of years.
It does, Kevin, but we're still waiting, unfortunately. There's talent there, but it hasn't translated into sustained postseason success.
So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. They've got Bamba. Bones Highland is out there with Porter. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Coffey in its small forward. Here's Coffey. Rebounded by the Hawks. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And those are the games you need as a squad. Proving to yourself you can go win in a hostile environment.
5 on the clock. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. And Bamba pulls it down. And it's Porter with the ball for Los Angeles. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And guys, if you don't control second chance opportunities, you don't control your fate. That has to be their key takeaway from that one.
Well, the lack of effort they showed on the glass is just unacceptable. And I'm sure the coaching staff will let them know about it.
And that one's good, Hunter. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, you know, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When we get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. It's good. Capella's got his second bucket tonight.
The closer Capella is, the more effective he becomes, showing off the nice touch there.
Here's Zubac. Misses off the left iron. Hawks have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Hunter. And the dunk by Capella.
Yeah, a difference maker on the glass. Capella has been doing this for a long time.
Young against Harden. Bucket is good. Harden's got 7 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Young pass to Johnson. Driving inside. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Quick into the air. Johnson, an explosive athlete who finishes with intent.
Here's Powell. Harden trying to get open, and he gets the bucket. 5 points in the game.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Young against Harden. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Dunn. Now here's Powell. And no good on the last second attempt this time. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Here with Ty Lue. Good rhythm for your offense in the first half. What did you like about the start?
Moving the basketball, taking the right shot, making the right play. We make the extra pass, we're a tough team to beat.
And you were sure tough in the first half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
The Clippers shooting indicative of smooth offensive play, up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. And so in the game for the Hawks, the front court is Rizushea and Johnson. Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. Back to Young. Fires the 3. The rebound by Harden. The Clippers in the lead. And what a new era for the Clippers, Greg, playing here in their own arena, the Intuit Dome.
You had no more sharing, right? No more covering up Laker banners. It feels like the Clippers are on their own 2 feet now. This was the goal for the ownership group, and they made it happen.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And making his 3rd All-Star appearance last season, Trae Young, a guy who is filled with so much skill and elite play.
Well, look, Trae Young may be as much fun to watch, Kevin, as any player in this league, with his quickness, with his shooting range, and he is as creative a passer as anyone I have ever seen.
He is fun to watch, isn't he?
He really is.
And so Young nails them both. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
Johnson outside. Back to Young. And the foul on Harden. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
2nd personal foul. 2nd team foul.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Here is Daniels. Dunn covering. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Rizushea. From outside, off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 4. Foul, this is to Jones. Over Johnson. Another one falls for the Clippers.
That's a perfect 4 for 4 to open up the second half. Couldn't have asked for a better start after the break.
Young looking around. Pass to Capella. Rebound by the Clippers. They'll take on the Thunder at Paycom Center after this one. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21. That was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Jones. Kevin Porter comes in for Dunn. And Bones Island subbed in for James Harden. Here's Hunter. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Hunter's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there. And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Shoots the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Now it's just a 3-point Clipper lead.
Well, anyone can tell you Bogdanovich is a volume 3-point shooter. It's the focus of his game.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Pass to Powell, or the 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Powell's got 5 points in the quarter.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Baseline try. Unable to get that one. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Clippers ahead. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with Coach Tyronn Lue.
You got to make the right play like you've been doing all night, all right? If they're going to try to help and tag, you got to make the right play, finish, or make the right pass, all right?
Well, you know what, Greg? You got to like what Coach Ty Lue is saying, telling his guys to take what they see.
I mean, keep it simple. Don't rush it. Let's just stay focused. Really good advice.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Jones and Zubac make up the 4 and the 5. Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Pass to Daniel. Johnson outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
The offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Johnson. No good on the triple. Los Angeles leading by 5. Pass to Jones. Kicks it out to Harden. Out to the right wing. Here's Dunn. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Nice job capitalizing down there. Young good at probing inside and finding some space.
Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And he banks in the layup. Now it's just a 3-point Clipper lead.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
Jones kicks to Harden. It's Powell on the wing. No good from outside. The Hawks trail by 3. To the inside. Capella.
Big time basket at a big time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Inside. Here's Dunn. It drops.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. And now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
During that last break, Kevin, we got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. He told them he liked the way they were working, but he said we have to really get after it. All we need is a couple of stops. Keep your focus. We'll see if they can close it out. Kevin?
Thanks, David. It's good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Well, there is Young's poise in the clutch. Calm in the biggest of moments.
And here's Dunn. And it's Trae Young with the rebound. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Back to Daniels. Dunn against Young. And there's a whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
could win it. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much, James. You have seen every type of defense from opponents over the years. What do you enjoy about that back-and-forth challenge?
Just every single game I'm trying to figure out what they're doing and how can I be aggressive and attack it. You know, I love playing a game of basketball. I love being crafty and just trying to compete at a high level every single night. It takes a lot, but I'm built for it, and I'm going to just continue to keep going.
Well, you won the chess match tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.